Hello, this is Martin Brossman, and I've got here Teresa with Liberty Cleaning Service that came and helps us out. And I wanted to tell the story of how basically for $30 we got your marketing on the road, and how through relationship marketing in a group you're building your business up. What got you to decide to clean houses?
It's always been a good stress reliever for me since I was a kid. So whenever I got older and realized I could help people and still do something that helped me, that was what really set it off.
Yeah, and you're good. And I found you through talking to my friend Dan, yes. And his best friend, which I know also is your dad. Yep. And he said, look, she was invaluable. She cleaned my house, and he was moving, and I knew, it had been many years that needed help.
Right.
Yeah. And I said, if she survived that, I'm willing to work with her. And also, we wanted someone who was not a big business. Right. And that's one of the biggest sins is you got to always look big. You got to always look big. I wouldn't have hired you if you looked big. The reason I mentioned the $30 is when you did such a great job. My wife felt comfortable with you. And I went, this is great. We've got someone in our home that we can work with and communicate clearly with, which was very important, our factors and trust. And I said, look, I want to help you with your business.
Right.
And you work out of a home, which is a good decision, but we don't want to put something online with our home address.
Right. We were able to work around that
by getting you on Google Maps. So we got you on Google Maps free of charge, and then we got a picture on.
Right. And
then we got you to get a business card. And the biggest thing is I told you, don't stress over the business card. You need to get your first one out there.
Right.
Everyone wants the perfect card.
Overthinking it. Yeah.
Overthinking it. And we got it out, and then we got the page set up on Google Maps, and Google at the time gives a free, what I call landing page website. So we created that because you don't need much more than it.
Right.
And then you decided to buy the domain, and you got, what we did is we put 100-mile radius around you. Yes. So that's the travel. And then you got your first recommendation, which was me.
Right.
And then I called up Dan and said, Dan, you need to recommend her.
Right.
So then you got your second recommendation.
Right.
And so you had a picture showing you. You had information on it. You had a domain, and that domain cost $15. And then the business card's $15.
Right.
So for $30 and based on recommendations.
I'm pretty busy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I want to give credit. Then I mentioned look for groups. And in Alignable, I met a woman at our Alignable meeting, and she goes, well, we have a women's group.
Yes.
And I went, I hooked you guys up.
Women in Network.
And I thought it was so exciting because you wanted to go, but you also want to make sure your kids are taken care of.
Right.
So you found a woman you could trade on taking care of the kids and go to the Women's Network group. And what's the name of that group?
WIN. Women in Networking. Women in
Networking. Great. Now, not only that, one of the things people notice is when you have your own business, there's a certain level of isolation that can occur.
Right.
So now you're breaking that isolation by showing up at that group.
All the other business women that you get to be involved with. And they also help you grow. I've had to come out of my comfort zone and speak publicly in front of all of them and do little speeches. And every time I go, I have to tell them about my business and different things. So that's helped me grow a lot, too, being able to talk in front of those people.
Right, because that's not something you were naturally good at. It's tough enough to just get her here. And I do have to say, she cleaned our whole house before I had her sit down. Right. Those are the key things. So you built it, you got the web presence, you got networking, we've got 2 recommendations, and then you invested in carpet cleaning. Yes. So you made sure you didn't overinvest in your business. So you have one amazing job here. Hopefully we'll put I don't know. I want the world to see how messed up our carpet was. Maybe we'll let you share them without our name.
Yeah, there you go.
And then from there, now you've invested in the next level of business.
Correct.
And then through the Women in Networking group, you got a referral to clean your first carpet, and she volunteered to put a review online.
2 of them so far.
Excellent.
Yes.
But we got at least another recommendation from it.
2 more recommendations.
2 more?
2 different people. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So now you have that secondary validation. You're building it up, and then you've just taken on some business accounts that you're doing.
I did.
If you look at it, basically an investment of $30 in the fundamental concepts of relationship marketing, you're in business.
Yes.
And most people probably spend a little bit more to build their business up.
But in 1 year, my calendar's pretty full.
In 1 year.
So,
that's exciting.
1 year and $30.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Now I add one more thing. When you built the card, we didn't have the website. So you just took a sticker and put it on the back. And that's fine.
Stickers, yep.
You know? And so it's okay to get going and get on the court and correct.
Right.
And many people are doing too much of what I call aim. And they don't take small calculated risks like you did that gets on the court. And then also that your kids are learning about entrepreneurship too. Teaching the kids and making them independent is very important. High values for you and your husband. So it's also part of the family. So that's why I wanted to just showcase. These are some of this example, and we'll also tell them how they can find you. You may take on a few more customers.
All right.
But again, she's selective, so tell them how they can find you.
At libertycleaning.com.
Thanks for sitting down a minute. I do want to say, after cleaning a beautiful job of the house, I stole her away for a minute. And I'll put the link to your website and information below. So thanks a lot.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Excellent.